Um, Evening, afternoon, guys. Today I'm not gonna do much. Cause I have not been looking at the numbers. I'm only looking right now as I'm doing this video. I do not have time, during the week, mostly during the week. But I'll try, guys. I'll try because I can see that we are growing. We are growing. I'm happy. I'm happy. Yeah, man. Like I really, I'm really sorry if I don't post much, you know. But the one that I will see, cause I'm only looking at this thing right now. I will do another video after lunch and see where it's leading us and see where most of these numbers are coming from, Yeah. And guys, if I give you numbers, don't sleep on them. Bet them at least 1 or 2, 3 draws, making them your pair them with one of your bankers, because they do come, they do delay, and they do come. Sometimes I'm doing a strategy which is supposed to give us a number for the following day, thinking that it's for that same day, because UK is very tricky in terms of this. Right now, let's look at this Sunday. Right, if you watched the video on Sunday, you will have seen that 4 was one of my shore bankers. 4 was my shore bankers, and it was a hit. And if you played it as single, you will have had money in the bank, been booming. You will have boomed. And I've realized that I've been getting single numbers. I don't know why. Even 28 came also there. Played it as a single. Yeah, man. 4 was my shore banker, and I had 17, I had 18, I had a 7, 28 also. I trusted it. 13 and a 10. Those are the numbers that I had. Okay. Now, if I give you numbers, guys, make sure that you don't just sleep on them. Make sure you don't sleep on them, because here's what I'm talking about. I remember I said anything about 27, and it came on lunch Monday, which was yesterday. And I said anything about 10 and a 13, and they both came on T yesterday. Understand? They came both on T yesterday. So my numbers for Sunday, 4 numbers out of the numbers that I had came. 4 numbers came. 4 numbers came, guys. You can see 4 numbers came. You can go back to that previous video and you will see. So now I'm not gonna do much because I see a whole lot has changed. So I'm not gonna do much, right? Until lunch, and then I'll be able to see exactly what's going on. I'll be able to see exactly what is going on. Okay, where do we start? Guys? Where do we start? Alright, let's start here. We missed this one, bet. First number T minus 36 gave us 34 lunch, and then first number minus last number, 6th number lunch gave us 46 for T, which we missed, and first number T minus last number, 6th number gave us 42 there. That's one number that we know where it's coming from. And 11 minus 45 is the 34, which did not come on T. So they started to change that one. So they're skipping now. Alright. Okay. Please remind me of other strategies that I do, because sometimes I just see strategies as I'm doing the video and I forget about them in the next video. Okay. And now that 42, let's go back. 42 was confirmed by you must always, every time when you're trying to find numbers, always check 2 or 3 different strategies and see if they can give you one number, and if one number comes, make it your banker. So that 42 was confirmed by this first number T plus fifth number lunch, which is 2 plus 40 give us 42 there. And now they're confusing us and going about the same thing, right? Going about the same thing. First number lunch plus fifth number T, it's a 45, and first number lunch minus sixth number T, it's a 45. So 45 was confirmed by 2 strategies, or 2 numbers from the same draw. So 42, 45, you have a clear view of where it's coming from. 45 and 42. Okay, so now let's in terms of those 2 numbers, let's do what they did. Oh, and 45 was a banker. If you looked, what the hell is going on here, guys? What's going on? See, I'm only seeing this right now. Let's look at this. Okay, 2 minus the bonus lunch, it's a 25. 2 minus 47, it's a 45. 2 plus 40, it's a 42. 3 numbers from this. Are you seeing that? 3 numbers from this. Okay, keep it in mind. Now let's go here. 1 minus 46, it's a 45. Check what's going on. I want you to check something. First number and the last number, they minused. First number and the fifth number, they added. Okay, minus and add. Check that one out. First number and the last number, they minused to give us a 45. First number plus fifth number, they added to give us 45. You see? Check the pattern, guys. I hope you're seeing that. I really hope that you are seeing that. So this one did not give us anything. 24, 26 didn't come. Okay, and this one 23, it's there, so when you minus, it's a 22. Okay, let's try this one first before we go back there. 4 plus 19 is a 23, and when you minus, it's a 15. Alright, so now, because now this one I'm doing it for lunch, I have my reasons why. And if you get that when you minus or add numbers and the very same numbers in the same draw, it's either that number is gonna repeat, or what you do is, most of the time it works. In fact, 100% of the times it works. It's either you add or you minus by 1. So now if you add 23 by 1, it gives you 24, and when you minus, it gives you a 22. So in this instance, or in this case, I'm gonna go with 22. That's one number for lunch. One number for lunch today. the first number for lunch. It's not a banker, but the first number that you can work on. Okay, now we're going back here. Let's see what's going on here. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, they did this one to give us lunch. They did this one to give us lunch. They gave us lunch in this strategy. Two numbers for lunch. Alright, now let's do the same thing and see if it works out. 4 plus 40. So let's do the same thing that they did. Let's not change it. So 4 minus 45 is a 41, and then 4 plus 42 is a 46. Two numbers. Alright, okay, and now let's go back here and see what's going on. Sorry. Remember those numbers: 41, 46. 41, 46. Now 11 minus 49. 11 minus 49, it's 38. Alright, and 11 plus, oh sorry guys, I'm seeing something now. Sorry. I'm gonna go back now. Let's just quickly do this one. 11 plus 31 is a 42. 42 can be turned and become 24. Remember that 24 that I talked about. Now let's look what they did. Now. Sorry. Realizing something. All this give us lunch. And now let's go back here. They were minusing the 6th number. Now let's add 4 plus 45 is a 49. They changed. 4 plus 45 is a 49. Okay, so they changed. They gave us one number for lunch, and now they give us one number for tea, which is a 45. Alright, now let's go back here. They added this time here. So this time for lunch, guys, this is for lunch. 4 minus 42, 42 minus 4 is a 38. Alright, now 38. Alright, so they added to give us a 49 there. So in this instance, you cannot add. If the numbers are like this, you cannot add, because CK49 ends with 39. So we cannot add that. We cannot add that. So the only option we are left with is to minus. So 49 minus 11 is a 38. 4 minus 42 is a 38. Alright, so 38. Started to make it my banker. I think it's gonna be my banker. I said I'm not gonna be long, but I'm taking way too long. Now, going back to what they did here, minus and add. If we minus 49 and 11, it gives us 38. And if we add 11 and 31, it gives us 42, which can be turned into 24, or it's a possible repeat for lunch today. Okay, So now we have a 38 and we have a 32. Alright, 38 or 32. But if we minus, it gives us 11 minus 31 gives us a 20, which is also gonna be one of the numbers that I trust are gonna come. Alright, not forgetting the 18, guys. Don't forget the 18. Do not forget the 18. It's the 18th today. It is the 18th today. Remember, I said in the previous videos, the date, if the date also plays a very important part in the UK. If today is the 18th, 18 is likely to come. Alright, let's look at this one. It's the 16th year. Sunday was the 16th, so 16 came twice. Just like on the previous draws. But they tend to delay. 17 was supposed to come, but it did not come. It delayed. So today, 17, 18. Favorite is 18 to come. 17 is delayed, but it can come, and it can also come as a pair. 17, 18, we have a 22, 38, 42. What other numbers did I talk about? I forgot those other numbers, but I will go back again. Alright, yeah, yes. Let's hope that it does work out. Alright, and now we're done with that strategy. We'll see where it's leading us. Let's go back to another one. +16 28, 44. And when you minus, it's a 12, or it's a 12 there. So let's go lunch to lunch. Let's try lunch to lunch now. That number minus the date. That number minus the date is a 30. That number minus the date, 12. So let's go lunch to lunch. So there was a 12. There was a 12 there. Okay, and this one did not work out. 28.4 didn't come. Okay, now let's go. T to T, you guys. T to T. T to T. 16 minus 12 is a 4. Like I said earlier on, if the number is there, you add or minus by 1. So if you minus 4 by 1, it gives you a 3. Okay, I don't like this strategy, but it works out most of the time. Alright, so now let's go lunch to lunch. 23 minus 17. How much? 23 minus 17, it's a 6. You can put 6 again as one of the numbers. Put 6 again as one of the numbers. What else? What other number? Oh, we can go back here. 4 minus the date, which is the first number, minus the date. 16 minus 4 is a 12. And then you go back to the same thing. 3 minus 17 is a 14, and when you add, it's a 20. 14 can be turned into 41. Okay. But I don't like turning numbers. I don't believe in that strategy, even though it works sometimes, but I don't believe in it. And now, because lunch, 17 minus 11, first number, it's a 6, and when you add, it's a 28. So 6 is the second number that came twice, and 38 is the second number that came twice, and these two pair go along together, and 6 also goes along with the 33. Okay. There's another strategy that I saw. Okay. Okay. Let's go here. First number lunch Sunday minus 20. Third number lunch 28. It gives us a 27. There's 27. And oh, okay. Okay, we'll come back there. We'll come back here. We will come back here. And if we continue in the same pattern, lunch to lunch. Continue the same pattern, lunch to lunch. Lunch to lunch. 11 plus 34, sorry, plus 23 is a 34, and 11 minus 23 is a 12. But I think I'll go with 34. Here's my reason why. Let's look at this. Start from there. Okay. 2 minus the sixth number gives us a 34 there. And then 1 minus 47, it gives us a 46 there. Okay. I hope you're seeing that. Just draw after draw. Okay. So 4 minus 46, it gives us a 42 there. And 45 minus 11 gives us a 34. Now 34 didn't come here, and we're getting 34 on the same draw there. So now I'm thinking 34 is gonna skip and come on lunch. This is the third number. This is the third number, guys. The third number that came to us on two different strategies. We have a 6, we have a 38, we have a 34 now. Okay. Keep those numbers in mind. Alright. Now let's look at something. T, Saturday, first number plus the third number 9. When we add them together, it's 11. Okay. 11 skipped how many draws? It skipped 1, 2, and it came there. Alright. And 11 was supported again by these numbers, 1 minus 12. Alright. I really hope that you've seen that. Okay. Now let's look at this one. This T. Nope, not that T. Is it that T? Where did I see? No. I'm mistaken. Sorry, guys. I'm mistaken. I thought this was gonna be an 8. I thought it was gonna be an 8. No. Oh, sorry. Where am I looking now? Yeah. So 4 plus 12, it is 16, plus or minus 1. Remember, 17, 15. So 17 didn't come. 2 draws, so you expect it to drop on the third draw. Okay, that's 17. So that 17 I'm still confident about, but here's the reason why, and I'll support it now. 4 minus 12. it gives us an 8. Just like here, skipped 2 draws, came there on lunch. So from this T, skip 2 draws, I'm expecting 8 to come on lunch. That's the fourth number that I think might drop today. Alright, today. And let's look at something else. 2 minus 5 is a 3. How many draws it skipped? 1, 2, 3 draws, and it came on the fourth draw T. Alright, so now we're expecting 2 to skip 1, 2, 3 draws by lunch and to drop on T. That's what I'm expecting, but I will confirm it, guys. Okay. Yeah, I think that's about it. Thanks. Sorry, guys. Let me quickly just answer who's at the door. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that. Okay. Now let's continue. I wanna look at something. Now. Okay. Remember. Now let's remember. What did I say earlier on? I talked about 22. I talked about sorry, let me just do this. 22 in my drawers. I talked about 6. I talked about 41. These are the hot and cold numbers straight from the UK49's website. They usually post these hot and cold numbers. So if you check, these 2 came yesterday, right? Those 2 came yesterday. So now I have 3 numbers that are appearing on the hot and cold. 3 numbers that are appearing on the hot and cold, which is a 6, which is a 22, which is a 41. Alright. If the numbers that I gave you you do not feel right about them, you can just pair all these 6 numbers. But now let's look at something. 22 is sitting in the middle and a 6 is sitting in the middle. So I'm hoping that 6 and 22 are to drop. 622, I'm expecting them to drop today or tomorrow if they delay. Alright? Those are the numbers that I'm expecting to drop from the hot and colds, guys. So we can just pair these numbers. We can just pair these numbers as they are and play them as they are, but support them with an 18, support them with 18, with 17. 17 goes along with 22, and 6 goes along with 16. Alright, and also include 38 there. Include 38. Alright. I'm really confident that the hot and colds are gonna give out something. Now I want us to go back to something also. This is something that I've realized it works. Like from this, it's the UK49's website. This is the UK49's website, and these numbers are in a numerical order right now as we speak. But if we change them into draw order, 27 sits here, 23 sits here, 11 sits there. So they just keep on rotating as they are. There are three numbers. There are three numbers that are not moving at all when you change from draw order to numerical, numerical to draw order. And those numbers are 45, 42, and 12. Usually when they are like this, we tend to minus, we as the predictors, we tend to minus the numbers that are stationary and not moving with the bonus. Alright, so now let's try those ones and see what they can give us. We first have 19 minus 12. We have a 19 minus what other number?